Guys, so I want to start by why I'm really doing this, and it's been really fun just documenting my life and leaving something behind for crew. That's kind of my why, is why I'm inspired to do this. If I didn't have crew, I'm not sure that I would really feel that anything I have to say is that big a deal or that important. But what's really awesome to me is watching this little 5-year-old grow into this person, and knowing that there's a lot of things that he does and says and impacts people and his heart, and I know that's being taught to him, it's being fed to him in some way. Maybe I can help somebody else. I was challenged a couple months ago. Our life coach that we have come into the salon asked, for anybody out there who are big note takers, someone who, you go to a class, or my hand immediately went up. I've always been somebody who, even at school, I would just purposely get colored pencils or colored markers, and when the teacher was talking, half the time I didn't retain anything, but I literally would write down every single thing the person ever said, and I don't know why, but then I would take the test, and maybe I'd get a D if I was lucky, but I was just such an obsessive note taker. I would have pages and pages, and my girlfriend, we would have notebooks, and we would exchange, Ashley and Shannon's notebook, and it spilled over into my adult life, and I'm so thirsty for just why am I here? What is my purpose? And so it really carried over into my church life. My church life has always been something that I was told we had to go to church, just like I do with crew. You have to go to church, and I never really understood why, but my parents were just adamant about me going. What I realized is I was going to church, but I was bored to death, so I just thought, just like school, I'll just take notes. Maybe I'll retain something, and some days I would sleep and forget to take notes, and other days I would write notes and I'd read them back, and I'm like, okay, this seriously makes no sense to me. Cool, I don't understand anything that they just said. The life coach asked me, what are you doing with all of those notes? And that was the most simple question, but I'm like, I don't know. I haven't gotten rid of it. I still have Shannon and I's notebook from junior high. I still have a binder. I am not even kidding you. I should bring it out here. It's this thick, and it, goes about that skinny. But there's probably 300 inserts back, and then on the other side of just sermons that I've taken notes on. I have a bajillion of these little notebooks just all around the house, just full of just stuff, just notes. And it's been really funny when she said that, what am I doing? So for me, I'm I go back through it, I start reading all these notes. I'm man, I do actually use that. I do actually take those principles, and I enforce that into my daily life. And it's another thing, why do you think your kid says shit for the first time? You think that your kid said shit because you were teaching them that? No, because their subconscious mind overheard you say it when you were doing whatever you were doing, and even though they were playing trains or dress up or whatever, they heard it. And so to me, I'm oh my gosh, I get now why my parents made me go to church. They made me go to church because it was setting a foundation for me that, yeah, even though I would have much rather sleep in, they were protecting my soul and my foundation of what I was going to lay my life to be. And I didn't even realize it, but a lot of things that in that binder that I was writing and filling out, I began doing without even knowing it in my Bible or whatever it might be. And if something stands out, I always underline it, I always circle it, write it somewhere. And I'm actually really glad that I've done that, because I can go back through books that I've read, and I'll just skim through it, and I'll just go, oh, that's a good point, Ashley, good call, writing that down, circling that. So I just really want to use all of my little notes and all of my little things that I've accumulated over the last 15 years, and I want to start being able to share it with you guys and showing you how I'm realizing my life has been impacted by things I didn't even realize that I was being impacted from. I just really want to help people be a part of finding something deep inside them, stirring something up that they didn't know was there, and using it, whether that be to strengthen a relationship, whether it be with your spouse or your child, your parent, your friend, helping you understand people better, challenging people and personalities that might not match yours. That doesn't mean that your personality is better than theirs. It's just we all live in a world that we're trying to figure out how to interact with each other. And it's amazing when you actually figure out a way to relate with an energy that might not be like yours, will you actually grow and gain from it. I'm really hoping that I'm able to pull something out of you, or crew, when you're older. I'm hoping that you can look back and be proud of your mom for all I just want you to be equipped with when different challenges happen in your life that I felt blind in, that I didn't know what to do, I didn't know where to go. And not that my parents did a bad job at all of loving me or providing me with that, but how amazing would that have been if they had something like technology during that time to be able to prepare me for things that I didn't know how to get through, and I kind of had to blindly go through it. And crew, I just really hope that maybe this is something that you can look back on and be proud of your mom for, and be grateful that you have some kind of guide when you're lost. So anyway, here we go.